Welcome to the series of treatment approaches for phonological disorders. Let's talk about the maximal oppositions approach. This is a therapy approach that uses pairs of words that differ by only one sound. These pairs of words are called maximal pairs. If this sounds a lot like minimal pairs, you are right. The difference is the two sounds that are different in the words have to have as many articulation differences as possible. This is a therapy approach that you would use with clients who have at least 6 sounds missing from their inventory and they have at least a moderate to severe phonological disorder. This approach has a very strong evidence base to support its efficacy. In fact, when minimal pairs and the maximal oppositions approach were compared against each other, there was much more generalization noted with the maximal oppositions approach rather than the minimal pair opposition approach. But remember, this is with clients who have those 6 sounds missing from their inventory and have severe phonological disorders. The term maximal oppositions has changed over time. Previously, maximal oppositions used to refer to the differences in place, manner, and voicing, so differences in all 3 production features. Now the term refers more to differences in distinctive features. So what are distinctive features? Distinctive features are considered to be the universal properties of speech segments. They are the smallest indivisible sound properties that establish phonemes. An inventory of distinctive features would show us the differences and similarities between phonemes. The similarities and differences are marked by the presence of certain properties or the absence of certain properties. A plus sign is used to denote if a property is present. A minus is used to denote if a property is absent. Distinctive features are often presented in a matrix. The most common matrix is the one by Chomsky and Hall. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. Here it is. So why does this matter? I am going to do my very best to try to explain this, but if anybody has anything they want to add, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Distinctive features are an important component of choosing targets. When you are choosing targets for the maximal oppositions approach, you want to choose 2 sounds that are not in a child's inventory, and you want to make sure those sounds are as maximally different as possible according to their distinctive features in 2 ways. 1, that there are more unique distinctive features, and 2, whether those features are major or non-major class. If we go back to our distinctive feature matrix, our major class features are sonorants, consonants, and whether they're vocalic. If we are getting a difference between those 3 things, then we have a maximum feature distinction. After we figure out that, then we compare and add up the unique distinctive features, which are highlighted here. The more there are, the more maximum feature distinctions that we have. For example, let's compare the sounds ol versus k and p versus ol. Alright, so I realized when I was editing my video that I wasn't so much a fan of the way I originally described it, so I want to do it a little bit differently here. Ultimately, what we are trying to do is we are trying to choose 2 sounds to use to create our word sets. And those 2 sounds, we want them to be as different as possible because this is going to give us the most bang for our buck. It's going to give our client the most information to add to their sound system. What I want to do is help walk you through the way you need to think about choosing those sounds. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to take two sounds, so P and K, and then compare them against the sound L. We are going to look at our matrix, and remember, the plus sign shows us when a feature is present. So I am going to go through, and you'll see this in a second, and write down the features that are present in these sounds next to the features that are present in the L sound. And this will give us a good idea of the differences. Here are the features that are present in K versus L and P versus L. Now, I highlighted these in yellow because these are our major class features. And remember, we want a difference in major class features because this will give us a maximum feature distinction. And as you can see in both sets, there's a difference. They are not the same. So this is a good thing. We want this. Everything below the yellow, these are our unique distinctive features. And for K and L, I'm going to first look and see, are there any that are the same? And there are not. So we're just going to count them up for K and L. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 unique distinctive features between those two sounds. Now for P and L, there is one that's the same, and we do not want to count the ones that are the same. We only want to count the ones that are different. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 unique distinctive feature differences. If we were going to choose one of these sound sets for therapy, we would want to choose K versus L because that set has more unique distinctive feature differences. Once your targets are selected, you need to create your maximal pair word sets and then follow these 2 treatment steps. The first step is imitation. Your client will imitate the words that you say, and you will do this until they hit at least 75% accuracy. The second step is the spontaneous phase. This is when your client can say those words without a direct model. You'll do this until they achieve at least 90% accuracy across 3 different sessions. And those are the 2 steps of the maximal oppositions approach. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave those in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date with future content. Have an amazing day.